Welcome back to Gear Chick Games. This is episode 30 of our Pokemon Gold for the Game Boy Color Let's Play. We are halfway up Victory Road on our way to fight the Elite Four.
Let's do it!
On the road.
Unfortunately, I need to grind Eevee just a little bit.
We gotta fight yet another Raticate.
Yeah.
Because why not at this point? What's one more Raticate?
Yeah, this is Raticate 593.
We're all gonna die soon anyway from prolonged exposure to Pokemon.
What? You're gonna say prolonged exposure to Raticate?
Yeah.
Raticate poisoning?
Well, that's also not good. He'll Raticate you.
So that was one thing we were talking about right before we hit record, is while I was playing this, I literally thought, like, maybe it was like an anti-piracy thing. That maybe this Eevee just can't evolve.
What are you talking about, Trey? You're playing this off of the Game Boy player, right?
Yeah, the Toshiba brand Game Boy player, yes.
Yeah.
Imagine back in the day when I used to watch pay-per-views at my friend Justin's house.
Oh, I thought you said of your friend Justin's house. Like, what was going on in there?
Good old Justin TV, back when it was Twitch before Twitch.
He was Justin TV.
That's his name. Don't make fun of it. It's a family name passed down through the generations.
His birth certificate.
Only the real ones know.
Oh, hey, here's that thing we were talking about last time.
Yeah.
So speaking of Raticate and poisoning, I just remembered something. Didn't one of the Metal Gear games have, like, poisonous gerbils or something? Or poisonous hamsters?
Wait, in what?
That's
I think one of the Metal Gear games had, like, poisonous hamsters or gerbils or something.
Well, in MGS4, aren't there, like, wild guinea pigs or something when you go to South America? Because I know in the opening cutscene...
There are, but I don't think they're poisonous.
In the opening cutscene, they show the one getting eaten by the snake.
It's in one of the PSP games.
Yeah, I think it might have been, like Portable Ops or Peace Walker.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm not the most knowledgeable about Peace Walker. I did beat it all the way through, but I do not recall any venomous rodents being present.
Yeah, I just remember it being really weird, because I didn't think that, like, they existed.
That game was set in, like, Costa Rica, wasn't it?
I think so.
Peace Walker?
I think Peace Walker was.
It was set in Peace Walkerville.
Yeah.
It was Nicaragua, I think.
Snake Island. Ooh.
Sonic Sands Land.
Not the Snake Island.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say, I always remember this chick because she has a Pikachu and a Blastoise. And it always feels like, I don't know why that I remember it, but I'm like, she's just a trainer that I remember when I play this game every time.
That Pikachu's just here to bait out your ground type for Blastoise to waste. Or it could just use Curse, you know? Same thing, basically.
Oh, yeah. This will not be the last time we see a dirt stupid Blastoise.
Oh, joy. I think I know what's coming.
Stay tuned in 15 episodes.
Yeah. 15 episodes, Trey. What are you talking about? We're right on the doorstep of the Pokemon League.
Oh, yeah. The game's almost over.
Yeah.
Only 2 more episodes. Yeah.
There's definitely nothing after this in this 20-plus-year-old... God, this game is over 20. Holy crap.
Yep.
It's so weird to me that in Japan, I think these came out in 99. Because I always associate the Gen 2 games so closely with, like, the very early 2000s, but that was only in the US.
So they're technically a 90s baby.
Yeah.
Technically. That's a very useless surfing area.
Wow.
Okay, I just looked it up. It was Metal... Sorry.
Go ahead.
It was Metal Gear 2. They had poisonous Zanzibar hamsters. And I think they were a one-hit kill.
Good lord. Who needs Metal Gear when you have those?
I don't remember what context they were used in, though.
Was that Big Boss's evil scheme all along? Just take over the world with poisonous hamsters?
Wallachia wasn't potent enough.
Boss, I guess you're gonna use hamsters?
Don't talk to me about Wolbachia, Trey, please.
What I need to talk to you about is the burgers.
I'm still coming down, dog.
Dude, I enjoyed that game. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, it's for sale right now for like $9 on PSN.
Were you high when you played it or something?
I mean, I was still in college.
At some point you were.
Quality meter. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
I forgot about the Zanzibarland national anthem.
Yes.
Oh,
The national anthem of
Zanzibar.
Zanzibarland was a military-style patriotic musical composition. Whenever the anthem was broadcast, all soldiers in the vicinity would immediately cease all activity and stand at attention. It was often played within the central command room of the Zanzibar building. The composition sounded vaguely similar to the English carol "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." In late 1999, a cassette tape containing a recording of the national anthem was held within a locker in Zanzibar building's living quarters.
They should have made that unlockable on the iPod in MGS4.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for all I know, maybe they did, but I never unlocked it.
You know, if they ever want to do a remake of a game, they should remake those with like modern gaming sensibilities, just to show all the weird shit Kojima put
Just
in
keep all. Well, or they could do like a. God, how. What would your reaction be if they remade Metal Gear 1 and 2, but it was in like the Link's Awakening remake style?
Make it really cutesy.
See, to me, that would just be funny.
God.
I would love it.
I mean, clearly that's not what those games were going for artistically, but I don't know.
Don't you mean the Shining Pearl, Brilliant Diamond?
No, that
style?
is not what I mean, Trey. That is not at all what I mean.
Shining Fortune and Brilliant Vamp.
Yeah.
Brilliant. He's not a sparkle vampire.
Solid diamond.
Although pretty much every time you see him, he is pasty white and shirtless, so like it kind of looks like he sparkles.
I like that there's a character in MGS2 whose name is Jack, and he's kind of a samurai, but he's not voiced by Phil Lamar. It's the other guy who's Phil Lamar, Vamp.
Wait, who is Phil Lamar in that?
Yeah, he's Vamp.
Oh, wait. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and he fights a samurai named Jack.
Let's see what better is. I
love
think
it.
Vamp also goes shirtless.
Yeah. This is the... That was Phil Lamar's, like, one bit of input into the character. Is like, at some point, he needs to take his coat off.
He needs to be shirtless.
He's just pretending that Phil Lamar just sounds like Samurai Jack all the time.
Yes.
I see.
Samurai
I will find
Vamp. God, Vamp is such a... I love that over-the-top shit.
Uh-huh.
Dang, that was a crit.
It's like, is he spooky or is it nanomachines? Maybe both?
I'm not sure.
Because
Maybe I need to
it's
play
like
4
in
again.
MGS4, they reveal like, oh yeah, he like has nanomachines that regenerate him and all that, and that's why he's like undying. But then also you're like, okay, but in MGS2 he ran up a wall
Yeah.
and he like walked on water.
Nanomachines.
It's because he's so damn cool.
He had the magnet shoes from Ratchet and Clank.
He had control over his Naruto chakras.
Yes.
He was actually...
That's like
a
the only
Buddhist.
thing I remember about chakra in Naruto, that they put it on the bottom of their feet and they could walk on stuff.
Yeah. Is that how they run through the treetops so fast? And it doesn't like give them like massive bleeding calluses?
I think it's because they're ninjas and ninjas are cool. You ever think about that?
No.
Go
Pirates
ninja,
all the
go
way
ninja,
for me.
go.
I was about to say I'm more of a One Piece boy.
I was gonna, you know, that begs the question.
No problem with that.
How old is the whole like pirates versus ninjas debate, and does it have anything to do with those two anime and their fan bases?
I
feel
doubt
like
it. I think it's just because both pirates and ninjas are like cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. I never would have like drawn a parallel between them in that way to like compare them.
I don't know.
You could say
I think it was probably just because kids were like, I love pirates, I love ninjas. Pirates are better. They could totally beat a ninja. No way. That kind of thing.
Oda and Kishimoto fighting.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw like so many debates and memes about that in the early 2000s. That debate's just like a dead debate now. It's like an old war. It's like World War Pirate or World War Ninja.
It's like it's like how we used to. Go ahead, Ethan.
It reminds me like how there's people on Twitter that are still like, yeah, Nintendo's better than Sega. And it's just like, dude, Sega quit doing first-party games like 20 years ago. It's over. Go home.
Where are people saying that? I haven't seen that since 1964.
Oh, hey, we're
at the gate.
The Forbidden Gate.
Man.
Well, and these two buff dudes are forbidding us to go to Mount Silver and Vermilion City.
This game has a really weird... sorry to get back on topic for a moment, but this game has a weird take on Victory Road.
What time is it?
Whereas I feel like they were kind of trying to backpedal from the way it was in Red and Green, where it was like super labyrinthine and had all these like rock pushing sections and switches you had to press and all these like alternate paths. Because this one's only like 2 rooms and you just kind of go through it. There's not even any trainers. Well, until the end.
Yeah, there are. I feel like the cool thing in here is the amount of good Pokemon you can pick up.
I mean, are there?
You can pretty much. You can get Ursaring, Graveler. There's something else you can get in here.
I know in Crystal, Rhydon shows up in this tunnel rarely.
Yeah, well, you can get high level Rhyhorns in here too, and
you
luckily you don't have to grind them too far to get them to evolve. Bear up. This is our Tauros replacement.
Wait, what?
Even though we already replaced Tauros with a dragon. Oh, I don't remember nicknaming him. This will be news to me too.
Banjo.
Big B.
Oh, no.
Nah.
I think I remember what I call it. Maybe? Ursa. So original.
Damn.
Ursa.
But yeah, like you were saying, like, I like this one better than the one from Red and Green, because like you said, the first one is very confusing to navigate.
Well, yeah, it was a pain in the ass, but it, like... To me, it's weird that this game doesn't really have like a tough final dungeon you got to go through. I guess like it dialed back on the dungeons across the board in terms of like where you're actually required to go, but
yeah, I wonder if that was to curb the experience points to make the progression through the second half more natural.
So in case you guys didn't know, that the second half of this game, Johto actually flips upside down.
Oh, and good! I love that.
And you have to play the entire game with an upside down Johto.
Yeah, and for some reason, like 60% of the map has the same music playing over it. In the upside down Johto.
Hopefully you unlocked all the fairies the first time, else you'll have to flip it twice.
Did you find Lance's ring? Lance's rib?
Lance's rib.
Yeah.
Be God, Dragonite. You don't belong in this world.
That's his new barbecue joint he's opening up. Lance's rib.
So when's Lapras gonna learn Hydro Storm?
Hopefully soon.
I don't know if I'd teach her Hydro Pump, because Surf is just more reliable.
That's usually what I go with for my like high level water types. And I know competitive players would probably scoff at that, but it's like, you know,
it's solid.
It's a good
well, plus you can't exactly get rid of Surf.
Yeah.
Have to make a special trip to Blackthorn City.
You know, one thing that just occurred to me is that like the cave itself is really short, but this game also had a much more elaborate mandatory route prior to the cave with like where they put all the trainers. So I wonder if that was like their compromise where I was like, okay, we'll put it in the open air so like you can fly back if you need to.
And then give you this short little...
Oh no.
Yeah.
Why do we even have like stuff what was that thing up there? The barb? I don't need that.
Barb.
I thought you were going to ask, why do we even have an inventory limit in this game?
When I was a
gonna say,
lad, I ate barb.
I feel like there's not really any reason to have an inventory limit in games like this when you can just like stack healing items.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Because that would be the only thing I can think of so that you can't like cheese through like long gauntlets with a bunch
like
of healing items, but you can anyway because you can just stack them to like 99.
Well, because like the practical purpose of an inventory limit, aside from like adding an element of challenge to the game, is to like incentivize using your items, right? Like you can't just hoard everything until the end. It's like, well, if you want to like be able to pick stuff up, you gotta use what you have.
I remember when I played Mother 1. That game has inventory slot limits where each character can only carry 10 items and they don't stack at all. So whenever I would get a new party member, I wouldn't even care that I got a new like member of the team. I would just be like, sweet, 10 more inventory slots.
10 more burgers, baby.
Lesson not learned in Earthbound, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which I love that game, but like that inventory system is.
It was also a hassle in Mother 1 because whenever you got a new party member, they'd start out at level 1.
Lesson not learned.
So for a long time, it would just be like, all right, I don't have a new party member yet. I have like somebody that I have to babysit until they level up. Like you just have them defend every round.
I mean, at least Earthbound got rid of the random encounters and just put enemies on the map instead.
True.
God, that encounter rate in 1. I watched Ethan play it. Even with the turn down from the original, it's ridiculous. It's not fun.
I still have flashbacks to the Duncan factory.
Yeah,
Duncan factory?
I don't know if you've explicitly stated this at any point, Dan, but I get the feeling that Mother 1 alone is basically the reason why you're opposed to like the concept of random encounters in principle.
It's not the reason, but it is like maybe the biggest like
Exhibit A.
Yeah, the biggest like Exhibit A of like this is how much like random encounters can ruin an experience. For those who don't know, the Duncan Factory, I think it was called, in Mother 1, is a dungeon that has really high encounter rates, or maybe it just has the same, and like the encounter rates are really high by default.
Was the final boss Dunkachino?
Yeah, it was.
Earthquake!
Dunkachino.
Sorry,
it has high encounter rates, like throughout the entire dungeon, like a cave in Pokemon. The whole place is a maze, and there's one enemy in the dungeon that has a self-destruct move that just like, if you kill the enemy, it just like severely damages everyone in your party. So you just, I don't think I ever found a way to like deal with that enemy without like triggering the self-destruct, so I just ran away from every battle that he was in.
You know, speaking of the Mother series, didn't a lot of the devs that would originally go on to work on the Pokemon games start out working on the Mother games?
I think so.
I have no idea about that one.
There. I feel like in recent... speaking of, I think in one of King K's videos, he mentioned that.
Okay.
I think in his Red and Blue retrospective, which I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at his black and white video. It dropped like 33 minutes ago.
But Trey, we gotta record.
I know. Because unlike that one, we have 2 good ones coming up. Don't watch that one. Watch these.
I like shit games.
Some small part of me, I don't know why I got rid of Flame Spin. I don't know if it's a little weaker. Oh no, I guess I still have it. But I also taught Flameo Flame Punch or Fire Punch. Yeah, that one. I've played this game before.
Slightly more powerful.
Yeah, because I don't think he learns Flamethrower until he's like 50 something.
Yeah, it's pretty late.
Ooh, Afterburn.
Yeah.
That's another one of Gen 2's like weird quote unquote balance things where it's like, if we don't give him his good moves until later, we've balanced the game.
Yeah.
Looks like Dratini's a level away from evolving.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of glad I taught it Waterfall. Because that's not a bad move for it to have.
Waterfall is actually a really good move for Dragonite after the physical special split.
Oh, yeah.
For water type coverage, just because it's so skewed towards attack.
Yeah, and it has a flinch chance later on.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Oh, did it not have the flinch? Yeah, here we go. Final showdown with our rival before the Pokemon League.
Yeah. It's Silver. I think, is it in this one or the remake where you can fight him every Wednesday?
I think that mechanic was here. The remake added an optional team battle with Silver where you can fight against Lance and Claire together.
Oh, that's
in Dragon's Den.
I never did that. I always wanted to.
Pretty sure I've done it at one point.
God, I still can't look at this Sneasel. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I just beat the Diamond and Pearl remakes.
Oh, come on.
And I used a Weevil on what's her name? Cynthia. It's a good Pokemon.
See, I thought Weavile was going to be awesome, and like it probably was, but all of my positive memories of Weavile have been overwritten by sad memories of our buddy Dylan somehow beating me in a multiplayer battle.
Wait.
Because his Garchomp was like EV trained for speed.
It's the final battle. I can't have the music go over the rival battle music.
This is the one time you have to have it. Oh my god. The one time I expected it. The one time I expected it, now it doesn't happen.
I gotta keep them on their toes.
That's how you know he's getting serious.
I guess this is a serious moment. This is like the final battle against Mr. Silver.
Yeah, the final trouncing.
Well, like,
I'm so much stronger than you.
He finally has comparable levels to you, so it can potentially be a challenge. I know his goal is he can do the jerk combo of flinching you with bite and confusing you.
Uh-huh. I forget if he ever gets a Gengar. I know in, well, there may or may not be, like, one additional battle with Silver that you can do in the future, but, you didn't hear that from me. But I know in that battle he has a Crobat.
Yeah. He's finally transformed it. I like to imagine that he's keeping it back. He's like, I don't want you to be fast. I like you big and goofy.
But I go down with like a sneeze.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Haunters. I forget he actually looks pretty sick in this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like the way Sugimori used to draw this line, where they had that really, like they were mostly like in shadow, and they just had like little highlights, kind of like somebody was shining a flashlight from below or something.
Yeah. I especially love the Gengar model in Gen 2.
Yeah, Sugimori's original art of Gengar is pretty sweet.
Oh no.
It starts.
Oh.
I mean, Gengar looks good in pretty much any context, but that original one is pretty nasty.
What's that panel of Gengar where he's sitting on the steps waiting for his trainer?
Oh,
I think that's from the new Pokemon anime.
I want to like track down that episode just to see that context.
Did you ever read the manga, the Electric Tale of Pikachu? It was like a more like realistic, quote unquote, adult take on like I think it was like supposed to be like a more direct adaptation of the anime story into a manga. as opposed to Adventures, which was kind of its own thing, but it also had like a more adult tone. And I remember there being some very spooky art of Haunter / Gengar in that. I think specifically it was Haunter.
I'll have to look it up now. Oh yeah, this is another reason Eevee can't evolve, because he's been locked into this fight.
Nah, man, he's gonna take... Oh. Well, that's why he's not evolving, Trey, because you keep letting him faint.
I know.
You gotta baby him.
Damn, Eevee, get your shit together.
Sweet
Imagine
baby.
they added a ghost type Pokemon to the series at some point that was actually like visually terrifying.
Have you seen
on.
Dunsparce? That thing's horrifying.
I think one of the more morbid ghost type Pokemon is the new evolved form of Corsola from Sword and Shield,
That is
where it's like
Spoon
dead
Man.
coral. It's like, oh.
I think Phantomp is kind of spooky. Or Trevenant, what's it called?
See, I never really cared much for the design of Trevenant, but I don't know. There's just something like inelegant about it. Maybe that's just me.
Trevenant? Is it a revenant named Trevor?
Yes. Well, in Japan,
That's like
in
a-
Japan, he's Ralphinant.
Ralphinant.
Yeah.
Really?
Just as
Sounds like a
Castlevania 3, just as Castlevania 3 foretold.
Here we go.
Yes.
Well, one of our boys
Back on
evolved.
3, let's go.
Yeah.
I just look at Eevee, I point to Dratini, he can do it! What's your problem?
Why can't you be more like your big brother?
And we just got him! We just fished him up. Is this the one where he kicks you back? I know there's one cutscene where he like kicks you.
See, this is why I long for the days of Pokemon XD, where that game didn't have a day and night system, which, you know, that's its own thing, but like, in order to evolve Eevee into Espeon and Umbreon, you just gave it an item to hold and leveled it up once, and, you know, easy as that. And they never brought that back.
Like the location-based stuff I like. I like that they finally had to adjust.
Because it's not such a grind.
Sylveon. Yeah. They finally adjusted how Sylveon, she's now the easiest one to get. You just like evolve it with a fairy type move, and it gets one at like 14.
Mm-hmm.
Easiest thing.
Well, that's the problem when every sequel introduces like a new mechanic that influences like the main mechanics, but doesn't get brought back in future titles. You end up having to put a lot of like paper clips and tape on the game to like hold everything together.
Yeah.
Like how when they made Black and White, they had to add a new evolution method for Feebas because there were no contest stats in Black and White. So in order to get Melodic, you had to have it like Feebas hold an item and trade it,
which
is a better system, but like it's just silly that they have to keep like going back and revising it. Anyway, part over.
Well, yeah.
Next
we will
time,
see you all next time where we fight the Elite Four.
we're going to take over Johto.
We're
We're going to win Johto. We're going to win Johto.
We're gonna win the Johto, all of the Johto.
It is ours.
Yeah.
All right. See y'all then.